What's up? This is Ryan.
Hey, and this is Michael. Welcome to another episode of All Day Unpacked. We are heading out of week 4 and into week 5. Man,
Time goes fast.
Flying by.
Yeah.
I know. Crazy. Lots of interesting shit happened in the NFL. Lots of interesting games, like teams that we didn't see coming, players we didn't see coming. It's that's what makes the NFL awesome to watch, though. So,
right.
What about you? Any big takeaways from week 4 outside of your Jags sucking ass?
I think the Commanders are kind of. Jaden Daniels is playing great, but just the Commanders in general, I didn't really see them being a force, and kind of seeing them kind of step in and actually being a team, and watching the Eagles kind of start to maybe fall apart a little bit. Some of that's kind of interesting.
The Vikings, so many people had the Vikings in 3rd or 4th in the NFC North, and I know they could still wind up there.
I did not see the Vikings winning that game. I did not see them going into Lambeau and actually winning that game.
I did not either.
And good for Sam Darnold. That Sam Darnold rare is going up. Good for him, dude.
Yeah, because the dude's throwing multiple touchdowns a game. He's a lock to play in the playbook. He is. It's funny because there's a lot of people who have always been like, "Oh, if Sam Darnold just got a chance. If he just got a chance." Well,
there it is.
Got his chance, and I'll tell you what, he's doing it, man. He is.
Yeah. Have you seen the Belichick quote on him?
No, I didn't.
So he's like, it's funny because he's like, when he was with the Rams liked him, and when he was with this team, they liked him, and this team he liked him, and he's like, for some reason, the Jets didn't like him.
Oh, I did. You know what? Yeah.
So
I did see that. Okay. Yeah. So
Sam Jets don't know shit. I'm sorry to all the Jets fans. What are they doing? They're gonna probably go out and get Devontae Adams now.
Yeah, I don't think they can afford him. I don't think Devontae goes to New York. I think everybody thinks it's a lock.
What's a trade?
I know, but I think there's teams out there that will offer more. What's crazy is the team that really needs him the most right now is the most hated team the Raiders have to trade with, which would be the Chiefs.
Yeah, the Chiefs have nothing to give up unless they start giving actual players.
They'd have to give up draft picks.
Yeah, Raiders aren't taking draft picks.
It'll never happen because you don't trade in division. But you want to talk about so I'll kind of dive into Playbook for a second. The Patrick Mahomes, for all the good he's ever done, completely screwed over, I'm sure, fantasy players, everybody, everywhere.
That's why you play the games.
Into Rashee Rice. Oh God, what a heartbreak! It sucks when it's your own team that does, your own team that gets you the friendly fire. But that was a heartbreaker. That's a lot of people lost a lot of money and different opportunities with that one.
That's the way she goes, boys. I saw Deshaun Watson on the winner from one of the winners from last week. He got the 20-some completions for somebody.
Oh yeah.
So
I think it was 4 people who won the hard.
It was either 4 or 5. Yeah,
no, it was 4.
27 was it that one?
Yeah.
Shout out to Diamond who posted all that. But I think it was 27 on the hard.
Yep, and then
let me pull it up. I've got it right here. It was 50. Is that a 58 or 50? That is a 50. 51 in the easy, 27 in the medium, and 4 in the hard.
So what was the total amount they gave away? About 14 grand?
No, 9,200.
Oh, 9,200. Wow. So so down from last week.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because there was one less prediction. But I'm telling you right now, if Rashee Rice would have just stayed in that game and caught 5 balls, I feel like they would have been giving away a lot more money. And it seems like, I think Dapper thought they'd be giving away a lot more money because the higher prize is still 1,500 instead of 1,000. I think it will go down to 1,000, but I think they're trying to give away a little bit more off the top here.
Well, let me mention something real quick. There is a tweet from a guy underneath Diamond's post here, kind of mentioned something. He said,
who's it from? What's the guy?
His name is Chuck Best Tuck. Anyway,
Tuck. All right.
Anyway, really, $6,000 went to 4 people, and the crumbs or remainders spread around. Again, just as Top Shot is done, major whales tilting is going to push the average users away and definitely keep new users far, far away, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. What are your thoughts on that?
I hear what he's saying, but I feel like at the same time, it's like, you got to, if you don't give if the big dogs that buy the big ones don't get more money, then what's the point? They're putting way more money into the ecosystem. So it's like, I mean, yeah, you get when you buy legendaries, your prize pool is going to be bigger. What does he want? Does he want just free handouts, or I don't understand?
Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say I think they could raise up because I mean, right now the rare is $100, and I know that you can probably do the math on how much a legendary costs versus how much a rare costs. But to me, it's like, if you want to get, like, engagement is what we want. Like right now, they got to ask themselves, do we want engagement or do we not want engagement?
They're getting engagement. Look how many people play the rare and the easy. Look,
bump the rare up $100.
No,
come on, don't be stingy.
I'm not being stingy. It's just no. Here's the deal. How much does it cost to buy a rare? What does it cost to buy a rare right now?
Come on.
$10. No, I'm sorry.
I've been told by everybody that rares are not $10. That I'm Mr. Fun over here.
No, they're 10. You're saying they're 4 because the 4 were the whatever.
They're not $10. It just depends on who you buy.
I mean, it depends on who you buy, but there are players you can get for like 10, 15, $20.
Yeah.
That are playing. Like, I know Sam Darnold at one point was, I don't know what he is now, but he was at $19 a couple weeks ago.
Okay. I saw him at 27 recently.
Okay. All right. So, but what do you think, what do you think a good quarterback costs when you buy a legendary? 500, 600, 700. It's way more than 10x.
I get what you're saying, but this is kind of like this is like the packs. It's like if you put it all, it's like there's a small handful of people that are.
I hear what you're saying, but only a small handful win the prize. I mean, only 4 people hit with the legendaries.
Why are they making it 1,500 again? Why is there a big slash through 1,500?
Because so few people are hitting it that they're giving them more because those people aren't hitting. So they're giving away. They meant to give away more in that bucket. It didn't happen. I'm just saying, like, why do you dump it on the again? I think I hear what you're saying, and it's like, it's fine that people want more money for the people who are playing rare, but it just sounds like it sounds to me like a guy who's not playing. Like, I'd love to hear a guy in the legendary bracket say, yeah, we should give more money to other people. I'd love to hear that be said. I just don't think it's like, I mean, I hear it, but it's like, again, I'm just not, I think the prices are right. It's 10, 100, 1,000. That's the way it should be. Because if you look, they're $10 multiples of each.
So
10x
hang on,
multiples.
it's $1,500, $110.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I'd like to see. I mean, if I was to make the rules, I'm going to get hate for this. I'd say. I mean, I don't know if my math completely adds up, but it'll be close enough. 1,300 for the legendary, 300 for the rare, and 50 to 75 for the.
Dude, do you know how much more? I mean, it would cost them so much more money if they did that, because if you're giving out $50, $75 to a bunch of people who just have commons, I mean, that's like you can
make it. I mean, maybe you can make it like raise the tackles up a little bit.
I guarantee you that the people who are doing this are the people. There was people on Top Shot who you could just buy just the right commons or whatever for like $1 or $2 and play, get money out of the system, game it. They flip the money, they pull it out. To me, that's the people who want more money in the lower end because they don't want to invest in the product. Like, and this is why I am totally okay with it being weighted to the top, because the people who play up at the top level aren't just getting in and out and getting their money. They're going to take all that money. They're going to take all that money and they are going to put it back into the system. And I'm telling you right now, the people we've already seen people who are winning at the rare level go out, buy $100 moment and then flip it for $90 to get cash so they can pull it out of the ecosystem. So as much as you're saying, help these people out, I am in no way. There are people who are going to take advantage of it on the lower end because it's going to be so cheap to get in and they're just going to pull money out of the system. I'm telling you now.
Again, if you're saying that, I don't know. I mean, like, I can see it going both ways. Like, I mean, if 10 out of 50 winners do it, it's like, okay. But I mean, again, I wonder how many people would actually do that. I
guarantee you 0 of the top winners.
They're all degenerates. Why wouldn't they just put it down again? They'd be like, oh, what about next week? I can win it again.
No, because that's what I'm saying. Like, these guys, there's people who did it kind of on Top Shot, so I believe they modified the game so they couldn't do it as much.
Okay.
They're just looking to get like equity out. I'm not saying this like, let me just be clear. Whoever tweeted that, I'm not saying that particular person. I'm just saying
No, I know.
people in general. I don't know that person, so I don't know what his intentions are. I just want to be clear because I don't want him to like come at us and be like, that's not who I am. Like, he may be the most legit of everybody. But my point is that there are definitely people in the system who would be looking to take advantage of it like that. And that's why they do it this way. Because I'm telling you right now,
for a couple $100, how much money could they really pull out of the ecosystem? I mean, really,
first of all, if you, it doesn't matter. The point is that it's like,
and is there any guarantee that the people on the legendary side would?
Here's what would happen. You would have people who would set up multiple accounts every week, right? Because all you have to do is go out and buy a $1 common for 4 players, and you can go out and buy those not even $1, less than $1 on floaty. Okay. And so you're going to reward players who are spending $4. Let's say they buy it on all day, right? They're going to spend $4. They're going to get their 4 commons. They're going to hit their 4, and they're going to pull out $50, right? Because you're saying you're giving them that much. That's a huge return on investment. Right now, it's 4 for 10. That's not enough to make me go out and set up 20 different accounts to do this. Now, if you incentivize me and you give me a $50 prize, I'm going to go out and set out infinite accounts, buy $4 moments.
When you say infinite accounts, I mean, wouldn't they see an influx? And couldn't they just? They could just do the math on that.
But how do they know who's real and who's not?
I don't know. IP address.
Dude, anybody with a VPN, there's
you're talking about infinite accounts.
I'm not saying infinite. I'm saying 10, 20, 30 accounts.
Okay.
Point being that it's not it's easy to set up
a job if you're that. If you're trying to game the system,
that is their job. There are people who go out and game these like NFT systems and gaming systems. Like that's what they do. They look for exploits. They post it on a Discord. Everybody files in, does repeats, takes money out of the ecosystem, walks out. And so all I'm saying is, then give the money to the people who
make them lock the guys to play. Then raise the stakes and make them lock to play.
Yeah, again, that would solve a little bit, but it's I'm willing to throw away $4 to get 50 out.
I guess what I'm saying is that they could make the game harder on the easy doesn't have to be easy as a game. It could be easy to get the moments, but it can be like get a guy who's got not 9 tackles, but you can make a guy who's you could make it harder. You can make you can make the money amount harder. Well, and then you therefore or make the money amount higher, but then make what they're trying to accomplish harder.
Yeah, you could do something like that. But then I think people would bitch about that. Trust me. If there's anything that we've seen, it's that there will be no solution that will satisfy everybody.
No, and I agree with you. Again, there's always going to be somebody boo-hooing about. I haven't won shit yet, and it's like, do I enjoy it? Yeah, I get that we're on the same page.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I just want to be clear. I have full disclosure. I have won $0. So I am not one of the people who's like winning and like benefiting out of this. I have won nothing, and I'm happy about it because I'm not happy about it, but it's like I'm totally fine. Like I'm not
dying. I know.
Well, a little bit, but I'm not in any way. I don't feel like I've been like shorted, cheated, anything. Yeah. I appreciate the game. I enjoy it. You and we'd like to talk shit about it, like when we're watching the games and talking about who's doing what. You were giving me shit because I was telling you that Trevor Lawrence was gonna be your better shot for 21. It turned out I was right. He got closer than Purdy, but nonetheless, I was sweating it there. I was
right. I like how you flipped that.
I was less wrong. That's all. All right. Anyway, moving on from that. Mm-hmm. So week 5 is live. We'll get into what those are in our predictions a little bit later. But first, let's kind of talk through a few of the things. There was a drop this week, some new challenges. I know that you were hot to trot that they had so many different trade-ins going at one time.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of a hot take on that one. So go ahead. I want to hear. I know you were happy that they were having so many trade-ins. I love it too.
I sound like a broken record, but just when I looked at that thing and I saw, I was like scrolling down and I'm counting. I'm like 18 trade-ins going at once. It's just, again, this is what we want. Just seeing these moments again. I see like Series 1 and Series 2 just quietly being traded in for it, and it's just nice because it's like we're lessening the supply, and yes, we're putting out new stuff, but it's like you're taking the new stuff and you're handing over a few new things, but you're taking a lot of the old stuff and you're putting it away. And again, I think for the amount of people that are involved right now, I think that's a great thing. And again, there's going to be some hiccups along the way. It's going to happen. It's like, you know,
is that my cue? Is that my cue?
That's your cue
Okay.
to go ahead and come on
That's
in.
my cue. I'm going to come on now. Fix the fucking tiebreakers. It's pretty simple. Like, look, I don't care what the tiebreaker is. I don't care if it's who's got the saggiest balls. Just let me know what the tiebreaker is so that when I am putting in moments that I know, do I need to put in more, less? Like, I get
I'm going to win all the
like,
tiebreakers if that's it.
I bet you are. I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, I totally get that I got my, like, there was like a board or two that like I was submitted on and I felt like I should have got those things. But then like some weird ass I mean, again, it's when there's no rationale to the tiebreaker that for me, especially me as a person, that just drives me crazy because it's like, look, I don't care if I lose fair and square. I'm totally okay with that. As I just mentioned in Playbook, I know what the rule is. I need a guy who makes 9 tackles. My guy had 6. Okay. I picked wrong. I get that. That makes complete sense to me. That's on me. But when I'm like throwing moments into a black box and just like, hopefully I get the prize out of it, great. Like personally, as a Bears fan, I wanted a shot at that Jalen Johnson, jersey cereal. I'm glad it went to a Bears fan. And I don't know who I saw it went to a Bears fan.
Okay.
And I'm happy about that. I wish that Bears fan would have been me, or at least I wish I would have had a 1 in 20 shot at it, but I didn't get that shot at it. And I don't know why I didn't get that shot at it, because all I know is that I was one of the first people on that board and I saw myself move all around that board. And then at the very end, I moved down to like 22nd, I think, or 21st. So just outside. And it was like maddening because it was like, what do I do? You know, it's like, I guess what I could have done is submitted more moments to get above the next guy or whatever. But it was like, that's again,
you didn't want
it. The principle. I didn't want to give up a bunch of things that I didn't have to if I would have just known the rules of the tiebreaker. Anyway, we're a pretty pro dapper, pro all day show. I feel like we're like very positive about things.
I mean,
but I'm just saying, like, to me, that was a big fucking miss. That is something you need to get that shit right. There has to be a very clear set of like rules and stuff. You can't just be like, I don't know, guys, we're just going to see how it lands. And then whoever lands there, that's what we're going to give it to.
The thing I'll say is that everybody got their moments back that didn't. But so like that's like the silver lining here. If it was something where you didn't get your stuff back, I can understand where people would be livid. But again, they are going. It's like, remember when the packs first started and like people would get in line and they'd lose their spot and they were getting all mad. I mean, it's just trade-ins are somewhat new still, and there's still like 18 trade-ins at once.
Dude, they're still fucking up the packs. There was remember, I don't know if you remember this. Well, no, remember the God packs?
They're still fucking up everything.
Not everything, but they did
like coming off the top rope right now.
The God packs got sent to trade in, like all 10 got sent into trade winners, and then people were like, there was like a way people knew which packs were the God packs, and so like there was this whole which is why we don't see any God packs anymore, I bet. Anyway, point being, like they fucked that up, and I mean, it's again, that's fine. They made it right. They went out, like what they do. They went out and they said, okay, anybody who bought that pack that they screwed up, they went out and they redid 10 more God packs, and they just sent out those packs randomly to people. And to me, that was the right way to do it. That was the fix. So, so they fixed that. But this one, there's no fix. It was just like, see you guys. Hope you, enjoy not getting your moments. Again, it was
to get a shot at getting somebody. So again, I'd say you just missed out on the opportunity. I mean,
did. And
it
again,
sucks.
I'll be fine in a week or whatever, but I just feel like it's such a simple thing to do a fucking sort. Like it is, look, I've coded a bit in my life, so I have a bit of a coding background, and I can tell you right now, to do a sort by date, a sort by submission date in an output of a table from a database is one of the easiest fucking things you can do. Like it is just grab the data, sort it by that, descending or ascending or however you're sorting, chop it at 20, you got your list. Like it is so simple. So that being said, it's not like the fix for what they did wrong was so complex. It was a very simple fix. But
I don't know when they realized. Well, I think the problem is they didn't realize it until much too late.
oh, they knew. I just don't think that they cared enough. No, they
It's a
did. I mean,
conspiracy theory.
people had noted this multiple times for multiple days. Yeah,
okay.
This was.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, no, this was not like a last second. Like, what are they doing? It was like people were, and on top of that, in the Discord, people were asking for answers, myself included, and it just there wasn't like it just was like kind of one of those things where like dragged out, and it was like there was no answer. They had multiple days. It was again. Look, I'm always pro everything, but this was a fuck up. Like that was a fuck up. So
you sound pretty mad about it. I'm not going to stand in your way. I'm not coming up on that hill.
I'm over it. It's just I think they could have. Again, I would just say that was a big miss.
Yeah,
on that
they fucked up on that. But
yeah,
18 trade-ins. I kind of like that.
Again, love the trade-ins. I love that they have 2 more trade-ins going right now for the Holo, the Holo icon crate, and for the gold metallic.
Keep that shit up. I mean, if I could just.
Do you see what people are trading in? Like 2, 3, 4 Justin Jefferson legendaries.
Yeah.
For the love it.
Yeah. I noticed that there's a Kyler Murray legendary from Series 1. Then there's only like 10 left. Like there's a bunch of them burned or something like that.
No, you're thinking of the one where there's 13 of them, maybe? There was a moment.
I'm not known for the best memory, but let's just go ahead and take a peek. Hang on, let's fact check Ryan here.
Yep,
this isn't going to go well for me.
While you're fact checking, we can kind of transition here and say, speaking of dapper fuck ups, let's talk about the pack drop that just happened.
Oh, somebody, I guess they're right. There is a Kyler Murray legendary from Series 1, and there has been 23 of 36 burned.
So there's only 13 left.
That would be correct. So wait a minute. Did I actually get something right? I did.
Well, you said 10, but yeah, you're close.
I thought I said 13.
Oh, maybe you did. I don't. You know what? I'm gonna give it to you. 10's close enough, even if you said 10 or whatever you said.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. So yes. So
wait, there's 36. Why is there only 30? That's such a weird number. What was it, like a draw it up, or was it a?
It was an iconic Series 1 player melt. I'm trying to see.
So those are 29, 39, 59, 49. They should be a something 9 moment.
Total. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, God damn it. I did it on video too. I really fucked up. God damn it. Total supply left is 36. There was 59. Fuck.
Oh, God. Doesn't that suck?
I gotta go.
The best part was that you thought you were right and you started doing the I'm right dance. And then you figured it out, didn't you?
God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be on there. That's gonna sting.
That one's memorialized. Well, hey, you know what? As someone who has fucked up many a thing and had to go back into the YouTube comments, at least you caught it mid-episode versus having to go back like I do when I fuck up. So hey, it's all good.
That's gonna hurt, Gene.
Yep.
Let's see if we can edit that one out. That's gonna be a big cut. What?
All right. Well, like I said, speaking of fuck ups, we're gonna talk pack drop. So there was the pack drop that had like the Holo icon moments, which was the new legendary 49 mint moments, and the metallic gold limited edition, the MGLEs as they're called, which are the rares that are minted at 225. Then there was a quick rip pack that had mostly the commons, maybe a stadium or two, and then also like a shot at some guys. And I think it was I want to say the quick rip had a shot at Malik Neighbors. The Holo, the premium pack, which was $99, had a shot at Jaden Daniels, and then the $6.99 pack, which had the guaranteed legendary in it, had a shot at an ultimate Caleb Williams. So one in each. The Caleb Williams and the Jaden Daniels both got pulled already. I don't know if the Malik Neighbors has or hasn't. I don't think it has, but I'm not 100%. But anyway, point being, only 1 out of 3 of these sold out, and it was the $99 pack. There was like 700 of them, maybe 800 of them. Like, so a pretty low mint, but in that pack, you were given 2 of the rare moments.
Okay.
And then you were given one of the rookie debut moments. It could not just the 1500. It could be one of pretty much anybody.
Right. Okay.
And then a stadium and a common.
Got it.
And a shot, obviously, at the ultimate Jaden Daniels, and then a shot at also legendaries. So
Got it.
that pack was probably the best kind of value.
Okay. I mean, there wasn't a very good shot at getting a legendary. How'd you do on it?
I actually did all right. Like I bought, I want to say, let's say I bought probably 5 or 6 of the packs, a couple off of Marketplace and a couple pre-order. And then I also won a pack off of a leaderboard.
Okay.
And so out of 8 packs, I got 2 legendaries, which was like obviously I was really hoping to get a Jaden
any of them
Daniels.
off the Marketplace?
One of them was.
So somebody put up a pack.
Yep. That had I want to say it was like a Kamara. I think it was a Kamara legendary. So yeah. So, and then and I'm not certain, but I'm like 90% sure that the other legendary actually came out of the pack that I won from the leaderboard. And so that was actually really nice. Well, of course, the 3 packs I think that I bought, like pre-ordered, I didn't win any. I didn't get anything out of that. So
got it. You got somebody else's
as always.
luck.
Yeah,
Hey.
I always do better with other people's packs, is what I've learned.
Got it.
But they're more expensive, so it's kind of anyway. So yeah, so I thought those packs, those were a little bit more kind of like, I like the price point. I like the idea of a potential, legendary, but the guarantee of 2 rares, just because I kind of like this MGLE set. I kind of feel like that's a nice, set they made. I don't know if you saw, but they kind of went back and they announced now, they said that set's going to have, I want to say roughly, oh gosh, now I forgot the numbers, but I want to say it's like 85 moments in it.
Okay.
Including like the locks, and that the Holo icon set's going to have around, I want to say it was almost like 50. And so they said basically that, they were kind of talking about how these sets are going to work, and they gave more definition to them. And what's really interesting is that if you get all of the Holo icon moments, so if you collect all the legendaries, you're going to lock them for a legendary that is going to be of a player who's a finalist for the MVP of the league.
Okay.
So I don't know.
So another Patrick Mahomes, right?
I don't think so. I don't think this year. I don't think he's played well enough to be the guy this year. I really don't.
Who would be your MVP after 4 weeks?
Oh man,
Sam Darnold?
Maybe. He's in the conversation, but 4 weeks is almost too soon to tell.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm putting you on the spot.
Who would be my MVP after 4 weeks?
The Chiefs are 4-0.
You know what? I'll tell you who my MVP is after 4 weeks. Josh Allen. That would be my MVP after 4 weeks.
After they just lost to the Ravens?
Even though, because he's still, like, you see how much he means to that team. I don't know. Derrick Henry's. You're right. They did take a pretty good beating.
I think Sam Darnold's got to be the guy. I know he's not the popular guy, but the fact that they went into Green Bay and won that game, they're 4-0. He took some shots in that game too.
He sure did. Yeah. He definitely
played through it. He's my MVP. I know it's not a popular pick.
No, I don't think that's a bad. I don't think that's a bad. Like, I think. Again, 4 weeks is not a season make.
Yep.
So it's easy for us to sit here. Jaden Daniels could be an MVP.
Yeah, he got killed week 1.
He did, but man, he has come back from
better.
that.
Yeah. It's a long season, but it is a long season. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. So, so the Master Challenge reward for the Holo icon is a 2024 MVP candidate, and they are going to announce who it is when they do the next Holo icon drop. It says that challenge, that person will be announced, and the Holo icon set's going to have
who's going to be in the MVP.
I guess they're probably not going to do another one until week 8, and so I'm assuming by week 8 they'll have a good idea that someone that's going to be there.
Well, that's ballsy at week 8.
It is. I thought that was a little premature too, just because, again, like, what if they call out somebody who's great the first 8 weeks and then they get their ACL blown out week 9? Yeah. So, I mean, I would think they would probably reserve the right to pivot, but maybe not. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
but
we'll see.
Anyway, so that legendary moment set's going to have it says roughly 50 moments in it.
Okay.
And that will include like the ones that you lock for and such. So 50 moments, and we got six now plus the Jefferson, so that's 7. So, I mean, you think about it, that's 7 times 7 is 49. So that means we're going to do this, 6 more times? I mean, that's a lot more legendary drops coming over the next,
So how many legendary moments are you saying?
I'm saying they're saying the set will consist roughly of 50. And so if you do the math, there's 6 this time with a locking challenge.
Oh, okay.
So that's 7.
I thought you were saying they were going to do 50 some every drop.
No. 50 total. No. Yeah. So that is going to be for that one. And then for the metallic gold set, the master lock for that is going to be somebody who's in the it's going to be a rare moment for like a rookie of the year candidate.
Okay.
So
got it.
Yep. So that's that. So interesting. And I'm trying to find the number. I want to say it was like around 85.
For what?
Is going to be the number of total moments for the MGLE set. Yeah. Roughly 85 moments for the metallic gold set.
Okay.
So, which is, I mean, again, I think that's a easier to manage number than the 50 of the legendaries, just cost wise, because right now in the marketplace, we're seeing a lot of the metallic golds are going for about $30 a piece. That's kind of where they're sitting, which is nice to see rares that don't go down to $10 after a week.
How distributed?
Half. So,
I mean, is there any debuts or, what's keeping these? Is it just the count or what's keeping these above water?
I would say the locking challenge is keeping them above water. The count helps. And then, again, the packs, I mean, half were, I think, in this pack drop. And so a lot of these packs are probably still sitting with those moments in it. So I don't know what they're going to do. It may get even lower, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that kind of all pans out.
Yeah. I'm just looking at a few like Tyrann Mathieu is $19 right now.
Yeah, he is. I'm talking about like Kyler Murray.
Oh no, I'm just saying like 19 even seems kind of high
for him. Yeah.
So I just I wonder how long that's gonna.
Well, how long that's gonna last is till after the locking challenge, and then he's gonna probably drop down to a more realistic number.
Sure.
But again, 225. So like, I'm just for comparison's sake, 225 is less than the dynamic rares last season, which were 300.
Correct.
And those dynamic rares, I think, have a floor of about $10. So I could see these having a floor of around, maybe $10 to $12.
I'd agree. Somewhere in that neighborhood, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of I don't see many debuts.
There's not in this drop. Now,
right.
I think we'll see more kind of as the season progresses, and might see a debut or two hit. But I think that they've tried to keep their debuts more in the common vein versus the rares and the legendaries like they used to.
Yeah.
So, do you not like that? Do you like it better when there's kind of debuts in all the different tiers, or what?
I mean, I like what they did at the beginning of the year. I just, I look at this metallic set. I mean, again, I'm just glancing at the rares that are out right now, and my interest level in this is minimal at best.
Yeah, I gotcha.
It's just like, do I need another Chris Jones, Kyle Duggar, another Tyrann Mathieu? I mean, that's the last thing I need.
Right.
Devonta Adams as he's getting traded. Another CeeDee Lamb. I mean, CeeDee Lamb's got like 3,000 moments.
He does have a lot.
It's, again, it's just, I don't know. I feel like they could, maybe like, and maybe they've got it in the works, but maybe taking a few of these rookies. Well, I guess they've already got debuts. So, yeah, I mean, they went nuts on the common debuts. So,
yeah,
by doing that, they kind of, I don't know, maybe seeing some of these rookies just have a rare so you could participate in the
They will though.
Right, but I mean more so now, so you can use it for these playbooks.
Yeah, no, and I think that's part of the problem is I don't think I think there was a lot of these rookies are performing really well, and I think people knew that was going to happen. It's been a really strong rookie class, and so I know people are excited to use them, but I think they're coming, that Regal rookie set. I mean, it should be mid-season, so about week 8. So
it's just
you'll still get to use a lot of them down the stretch. I hear what you're saying, that it'd be nice to have some of those for now. For Rumble, well, actually, you can use them in Rumble. You just can't use them as anything above, like your bonus guy or whatever and stuff. So,
got it.
But I got you.
This set just doesn't do a lot for me, but maybe it does for other people, and I totally get that.
Yeah, I think I was on the fence a little bit. I mean, I agree with you. Like the moments were a little less, like they weren't, like you said, they were a lot of like the standard guys. But I don't want to. Like I'm at a point where it's like I'm like willing to invest in this first tranche to see what the next one holds, because I don't want to get stuck not getting the Josh Allen and the Breece Hall and then having to pay through the nose for those guys to try to catch up if some really cool ones hit the market, in like drop 2, 3, 4 and whatever. So
are the two that you got to lock for, are the amount of ones that get minted, is that based on how many people actually lock for it, or is it just is there a set amount?
It is lock.
Okay.
And so it's
so
just
like
it was
like really high end ones like the Kyrie Williams, and
you got it. Just like last year, like you would see those guys that would come out. So
but
which I like
again, I like that, but then again, I just feel like those moments, they don't make those moments valuable enough to, like, do you really need those guys? I mean, I guess if you're a collector and you want to collect everything, sure.
I mean, they're teasing in the sense of that one of the really stud rookies is going to be the ultimate for the MGLE. The rare is going to be a stud rookie. So I mean, that's for a lot of people, that's going to be something they want to chase, because let's say it is a Jaden Daniels, but you could get a Jaden Daniels rare that may have like a $100, $200, $100, $200 mint, and that's going to be his only rare, possibly, right?
Possibly.
Yeah, I don't know how it works in the Regal rookie set, if it's part of that or not, but
I got a feeling they're not going to limit somebody like that to 100.
No, they will though, because they did that with Caitlin Clark on the WNBA side. So she only had one rare all season, and it's way over. Like it was like really high price for a rare, because people wanted to have it for like challenges and for the fast break and for whatever. Now that they're out of the playoff, now that they lost in the playoffs, and she's going to get a second rare in like a playoff rare. So that'll probably bring prices down. But it's like, I mean, they're starting to think a little bit more strategically like that. Mm-hmm. Like, let's make these really stud guys scarce so that people go, oh shit, I need to, like, right? Because that's like going to get more people to go, well, yeah, I need to start getting these MGLEs so I can lock for the the Jaden Daniels rare that comes out of this.
Sure,
if that's who it is. So
yep. Okay,
maybe it'll be Bo Nix. Who knows?
Could be. Beat the Jets.
Yeah, he did. He doesn't look great doing it, but he still beat the Jets. So, I mean, he beat Aaron Rodgers, so he must be better than Aaron Rodgers.
He must be.
Must be. All right.
You got anything more?
Do I got anything more? You know what? One thing I forgot to mention about the playbooks was that what I thought was a nice touch was that the free playbook that, like, we were kind of complaining that gives you nothing, like, who gives a shit? You get a 1 moment pack now if you get that right. And you know what? I don't care if it's like just commons in there, which it probably is.
Yeah.
Good. Yes.
You know what I think they should do with that 1 pack? What? They should give it to the people who fucking do the hard one. They should give it to them. They should give it all to them. Take it all away. No fun for you.
Because they won't sell it. Yeah. No, I think that's a great, like, again, if you're playing for free, like, great.
It's got to be like something, yeah.
1 moment pack. I don't even care if they like take like a one legendary, right? And just say and put it in there and say over the next 5 weeks someone's going to get a legendary or something, like great. Or every few weeks you just put
the historical ones in there.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
Give one away every week.
Yes. Like, why not,
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if there's a good way to see if people to test the waters, right? Put like historical moments in there and see if people hang on to them or if they just cash them out right away.
Sure.
And that will tell you then,
Well,
like
most
whether or
people
not
would
you
probably
should.
cash those out, considering how they. Well, I don't know if you're going to cash
That's
them
my
out
whole
too.
point. So, anyway,
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Let's talk about Playbook.
All right, you want to go over the playbook this week? A little bit of a change this week, going away from like yards to going away from total yards and total touchdowns to single kind of plays, right? To max plays. So, a little bit of a change.
Yep. So the first step is longest completion, 30-yard plus. So, right. And that seems to be the way it is for both easy, medium.
It's all three levels.
So it's all three levels. It's exactly the same. It's just, do you have the moments or not?
Do you have the moment or not? Yep. So yeah.
Go ahead. Then there's the longest reception, 20 plus yards.
Yep.
And then longest rush, 12-yard plus.
Yep.
And then the final one comes in, and that is 1+ tackles. I mean, this.
Do you have a breathing, living defensive player on your roster?
I mean, this is going to, I mean, there could be a lot of winners. I mean, we said this before, we
said this before, and then there's not. Like, I feel like this is like, it's every week you're like, you look at it and you're like, I'm going 4 for 4. And then you're like, I went 1 for 4,
I mean, here's what I'll say. I mean, getting a reception that's 20 yards plus, I mean, that's kind of tough to predict that. I mean, that's not really an easy, that's like more of like a roll of the dice versus a prediction.
Well, but they do this thing too, which I do like, which is when you click on the prediction, it shows you the average longest reception for each player. And you can see guys like CeeDee Lamb, but then again, you never know. What if this is the week where CeeDee Lamb, shits the bed or whatever, what if this is the week that Dak Prescott rolls up on CeeDee Lamb and tears his, CeeDee Lamb's ACL for him. So,
I mean, I feel like you should, I hate to take the George Costanza route here, but it almost feels like you should just pick the guys you don't think are going to do it, because those will be the ones that actually do it. Because, like, again, Deshaun Watson and Baker Mayfield get you the win last week. I mean,
right. And the week before it was Danny Jones and Geno Smith. So what you do is you just play the guys you got and just hope for the best.
Right. Or you just close your eyes and point at somebody and you just go with that guy, unless he's got a medical thing.
Like last week, the layup receiver was Rashee Rice, and look what happened. So
I don't know if he was the layup.
He was. He was like the number one guy for for receptions, I think.
Okay.
So, or at least one of the top. He was definitely.
He was one of the top ones. Yeah. So
and I mean, Anyway, whatever.
All right. So now let's get into the good stuff here.
Yeah.
Let's make some predictions here. Let's shit the bed for a few people.
Let's do that. Let's make it so people can blame us for their misfortune. I like that idea.
Great. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. So let's start with this. Let's go through the schedule and let's just talk about the games, kind of talk about who we think is going to win. And then based on this knowledge, let's take that and kind of apply that to the playbook and see what we think. So,
all right, now it's got to be a Sunday game though, correct?
It does got to be a Sunday game. Let's verify that. Unlike Kyler Murray, let's actually make sure that's true. Let's see. Who's playing Thursday? The Buccaneers?
No. Is it the Bucks? It's the Falcons and the Bucks.
Okay, I'm trying to put in Baker Mayfield. He's not coming up. So I think it's got to be that Sunday.
It is. I've confirmed it's the Buccaneers and the Falcons.
No, but I was just confirming that. I mean, of course, it's
Saints Chiefs would be the Monday night game.
So do they include the Sunday night game? That's
a good question. Sunday night game is Cowboys Steelers. So yes, because I saw CeeDee Lamb out there.
Okay. Well, I see Dak Prescott.
Saints Chiefs would be the Monday nighter, just to be 100% sure.
Saints and Chiefs. Okay, I'm not seeing Mahomes come up, and he usually comes up first.
Okay, so there you go. So it sounds like it's
just Sundays.
Any game on Sunday. Yep. So we'll talk the other games. We won't give any playbook predictions, but we'll go through the games.
All right. Well, let's just start with the Thursday night game since it is the quickest game to come at us. Buccaneers at Falcons. I got the Falcons winning. Who do you got?
I got Buccaneers on the road. I like Baker Mayfield the way he's playing, so I'm going Bucks on this one.
Got it. I got Buccaneers. They're up and down. I picked them to win last week.
They got embarrassed last week. I think they're gonna come back strong.
Got it. All right. Jets at Vikings.
And this is a London game or somewhere over in Europe, but I believe
6:30 a.m. So yes, it is somewhere.
So I think it's a London game. I'm pretty sure it's London.
Okay.
I got the Vikings.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the Jets.
Oof.
I hate doing it. I want the Vikings to win. Traveling to London, it's Sam Darnold's getting lucky, but he's not that lucky.
Yeah, so I will say this is a good game with a lot of potential for the playbook. I think Sam Darnold's a great option for a quarterback with a big play. Justin Jefferson or Jordan Addison, both of those guys I think could get long balls. And then I like Breece Hall as a running back with a long run.
Okay, and then let's talk about the big revenge game that's coming up. This is a big one. Andy Dalton going back to Chicago.
Yep. This was supposed to be the Bryce Young look what we could have had game. And instead it's the fuck Bryce Young, we gave up on that guy. And it's Andy Dalton.
It's the
doing
Red
his
Rifle
revenge tour.
Doing his revenge tour. Yep. So Panthers at Bears. I hate to do this to you. I'm going to go Panthers.
No, do it to me. You know what? I am oddly going to say I'm going to go Bears. I think Andy Dalton. I remember what Andy Dalton looked like as a Bear. So I feel like our defense knows Andy Dalton and I think we'll be okay. So I don't think it'll be a blowout. But I definitely think it's a Bears win. Anybody here you think is going to be possible for Playbook?
Oh, I'm going to save all those until the end.
Oh, we're saving Playbook to the end. Okay.
I thought we were. Wait, we can.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
All right. Browns at Commanders. I got Commanders.
I got Browns.
Okay. Wow. We have not had one in common yet. This will be a fun one.
This is going to be a fun one.
Dolphins at Patriots.
You know what? I'm going to go Patriots. They're at home. I mean, Tyler Huntley
stink.
Tyler Huntley. I thought he was. Remember the time you said he was going to be good?
Yep.
Boy, that was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. It was back when he was Tyler and not Snoop.
Yeah.
Like he's so bad he changed his name. So
speaking of not good, let's talk about the Jaguars and the Colts. Colts at Jaguars.
You know what? I'm going to go Jags because they have owned the Colts. Joe Flacco's in though. You know what? I don't care. The Jags, for whatever reason, play the Colts really well. I think the Jags win that game.
You're going to have to put me on suicide watch if they don't win. So I'm going Jags.
All right, there won't be another 2 in a row we agree on. All right, I think this is like probably one of the marquee matchups for the week. Bills at Texans. Good game. What do you got?
I got a tie. No, I'm gonna go Bills.
You know, I started off on Bills, and then I just can't not. Texans are at home. I got the Texans. I everything in me wanted to pick the Bills, but I just feel like the Texans are going to win that game.
Yeah, I mean that's a tough one. The Texans I don't think are as good as they used to be. I could tell when they were playing the Jaguars. They just take the penalties and throw them to the side.
Yep, they got a lot to get right. You're right.
Yeah,
the fact
their
that
running game is not that good, and I don't know how good their defense is.
But that's because Mixon's out. I mean, so the Texans needed 4 quarters to beat the Jags. So it definitely they are not. But again, that's a anytime it's a division game, I feel like you throw records out the window. I think that. So I think they're gonna get after the Bills, and
Bills took a hard loss.
Yeah, I think they're about to take another.
The Texans are coming off of a win. They think they're flying high, and I think the Bills are going to be pissed off and come in and lay it on them.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's a game I look forward to watching. So
yes, okay. Ravens at Bengals. Ravens at Bengals.
All right.
What do you got?
How do you pick against the Ravens after last week?
Easy. Pick the Bengals like I am.
Okay. Wow. All right. I love it. I love all the different picks here. But yeah, I got the Ravens all day on that.
All right. Raiders at the Broncos.
In the Who Cares Bowl. No, I'm kidding. Sorry.
Hey man, these teams are actually got like decent records.
I know they do, actually. I shouldn't be. I feel like, but the Raiders are just like, oh god, the Raiders are already they're what are they, 2-2 and they're a dumpster fire? It's like
they're not a dumpster fire.
Yeah, Devontae Adams one's out. They don't know who their quarterback is.
What do you mean they don't know who their quarterback is? Isn't Gardner Minshew the quarterback?
It is, but there's like lots of people calling for like Aiden O'Connell because they don't feel like Gardner Minshew is very good.
I mean, they just won last week.
I know, dude. Listen, I'm not the media, okay? I'm just telling you what's happening.
Okay. Well,
anyway, I got the Broncos.
I'm gonna go Raiders. The Broncos, they barely won last week. Who are they fooling?
No, who are the Raiders fooling?
I mean,
all right, Cardinals at 49ers.
49ers.
Yeah, 49ers. I mean, I hope the Cardinals keep it close.
Sure.
The Cardinals are a 7.5 point underdog in that game. That does not.
Cardinals are very up and down. I feel like the Cardinals could sneak in there and have a good game.
They could, but
I'm
not
going against the 49ers.
They're one of those teams that when they play well, they play well, but when they lose like bad. So I'm not touching that game with a 10-foot pole, but I'm picking the Niners straight up. All right, Giants at Seahawks.
I'm going to go Seahawks, but I'm going to make a confession here. I don't like their coach. I don't like the Seahawks coach. He just looks like a dick. I don't like him.
I mean, he's a defensive coach, right?
I just don't like him. I don't like him at all, and I hope the Giants win, but I'm picking the Seahawks.
I think the Giants will cover the spread. Not that you care about spreads, but I think the Giants will cover the spread and play close, but I think the Seahawks will win the game. So, Seahawks.
I mean, it's in Seattle. All right, Packers at the Rams.
I'm going to go with the...
Is Cooper Kupp, any of these guys, are they coming back?
I don't think so. I'm going to go Packers.
I don't think so either.
I think Jordan Love, like you saw it, he came back last week. He started to get it together at the end of that game. And, I think if he wouldn't have been just coming back from an injury, that would have been a better, I mean, it wound up being a close game score-wise.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really close. I think it would have been a closer game had, both teams been more healthy.
Sure.
But now he's back. I think he's better. So I think the Packers beat the Rams.
Yeah. It's tough. I mean, the Rams took a tough loss. Yeah, I think the Packers win that game.
Yeah, and the Rams did take a tough loss. They could have easily won that game. They just didn't,
right, but they won the week before against the 49ers. So, I think they're a little bit better at home, but I don't know. I mean,
they definitely are, but I don't know.
The thing that's tipping my hat is that the Packers are going to own that stadium. So it's going to be like a home game for the Packers because the LA fans just don't show.
Correct. Well, because, the team just got there. So, all right.
Cowboys at Steelers. What do you mean the team just got there? They should be showing. I mean, the Raiders fans show up. Cowboys at Steelers.
Steelers. Steelers are going to get after it. No, Steelers are going to get after him on defense. I think that it's going to be you're going to have this is one of those games like Dak plays really well, and everybody's like, oh, he's worth the money and he's so good. And then he goes up against a really good defense and he shits the bed. And this is going to be, he's going to need some clean sheets after this one.
Yeah.
Dude, TJ Watt is going to get after him. I'll tell you right now, there will be a Steelers defensive touchdown in this game.
Yeah, there might be, but I'm going to go ahead and say that the Cowboys cover the spread. How's that for you?
Okay. What is the spread?
I don't even know what the spread is.
I don't even know who's favored in that game. I can't remember.
I think the Cowboys will kind of beat them by a lot. So that's why I'm saying it.
All right.
Saints at Chiefs.
My heart says to take the Saints. My head says to take the Chiefs. Yeah.
I'm taking the Chiefs.
Chiefs. Yeah. I'm not.
They won the Super Bowl 2 years in a row. Just bet the Chiefs every time.
They didn't do it on accident. So.
Right.
And the Saints are way inconsistent. So.
Yes, they are. And maybe the Saints win it, but you know what? You'd have to be a fool to bet against the Chiefs until they start losing some games.
Yeah, agreed.
All right. So knowing all that, let's go to Playbook and let's talk about let's kind of go back through the schedule here.
Yeah, so we start off with Jets Vikings, and so there I was saying to me, Jets Breece Hall for longest run, Vikings I would take Sam Darnold as a quarterback for long pass, and I would also take either I think both Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison have potential. Probably lean. I mean, it'll be very interesting to see does Sauce Gardner follow Justin Jefferson around the field, and if so, then I would lean towards maybe towards taking a Jordan Addison. Just because.
So out of all the games, this is the game that you're leaning towards the most heavily.
Oh no, I'm just saying. Oh, you're saying go through the games and just
I'm
find
saying
from,
I'm saying make 2 picks for each one.
All right.
So let's go. Let's see. What's the first one?
The first one was quarterback with a throw over
30 yards.
30 yards.
Okay.
All right.
Who you got making a throw over 30 yards.
I would take Jordan Love from the Packers, and I would take Matt. Honestly, I'd probably take. I'll take Jordan Love from the Packers, and I will take. I'm gonna maybe say Matt Stafford in that game.
That's not a bad one.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just hit that game, and I'm gonna say Love and Stafford out of that game, about the same game. Taking them. That's
I am going to take Josh Allen from the Bills, and I am going to take. I don't know if these guys got rares or legendaries.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about rares and legendaries, and I'm just picking guys.
You're just picking guys. I'm gonna go. Joe Burrow on the Ravens defense because they like to press up, but then they get beat deep.
Yeah, I mean, and Jamar Chase he did hit Jamar Chase with a 50-yard touchdown.
Right. That was against the Commanders, Carolina. But I'm just saying, or was Carolina. It Carolina? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was Carolina. But anyway, I get point.
They're
taken.
Kind of like a boomer bust.
All right, so to me, the hardest one of the week to pick is this one right here. Receiver, was it 20 or 30-yard reception? 20-yard?
20-yard.
20-yard. All right. So yeah, to me, this is probably the hardest one to pick. So 20-yard reception, 2 guys. You're saying, right?
Pick 2 guys.
All right, who you got?
I'm going to go hometown special here. I'm going to go Brian Thomas Jr.
Damn it, I was going to take him. All right, yeah, I'm with you on that one. Yep.
And I'm going to go Jeez. Who's got a weak defense? Who's bombing it out? And we're looking for the receiver. I'm going to take Nico Collins.
That's a good pick, too. Nico Collins is a good pick. So is Brian Thomas Jr. Now, knowing that neither of those guys actually, I take that back. Thomas only has a common. Nico has a rare now, and he has a rare and a common. So I'm going to try to find guys that are. I'm going to try to find rare legendary guys, and I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Jaden Reed off the Packers.
Okay.
Against that Rams defense, I could see. I think that, and then I am going to go with DK Metcalf, Seahawks Giants. I'm going to go DK Metcalf there.
Yeah, he's been pretty good for. I mean, I would say.
I feel like I've been seeing him make a couple of catches over. Like I'd have to look at the numbers, but I feel like he's had over 100 yards. I think 3 weeks in a row, and I want to say he's probably had a 20-yard reception at least 2 of those weeks. So I'm going Metcalf and I'm going Jaden Reed.
I don't think that's a terrible pick. Let's see. Okay, so that's reception. Now we're talking about 12 yards.
12-yard or more rush, which sounds so easy, but it probably isn't. Is it?
No, it's not. Because again, it's, because Derrick Henry's not playing. Or no, yeah, he is playing.
Yes, he is. So he's an auto. Like for me, that's an auto pick. Like
that's
Derrick Henry and Breece Hall would be my picks right there.
I would not go Breece Hall. I would go Derrick Henry. So you got Breece Hall, Derrick Henry. I'm going Derrick Henry, and I am going.
I mean, Jonathan Taylor against your Jags defense isn't a bad play.
Yeah.
I know you hate to do that, but that's a.
Yeah, they're terrible. I'm thinking. I mean, he doesn't necessarily have a moment yet, does he?
Who?
The running back for the 49ers.
Yes, he does. It just came out.
Is it a rare?
It's a rare. It is a rare. Right. There's 192.
All right. I'm going running back 49ers. What's his name?
Jordan Mason.
Yeah, I think against a Cardinals defense, I think he'll get a 12-yard run.
I don't like to bet on my own team, but I do think DeAndre Swift against the Panthers probably can break off a 12-yard run.
Probably, but you know what? He's probably going to catch like a bubble screen, or not a bubble screen, but like a screen pass, and then get I noticed more of that.
I mean, he did both last week, right? He had over 70 on the ground and through the air. So I think, again, the Panthers defense, okay, but I definitely could see him getting some big plays there. But I'll still stick with even though the Vikings have a really strong defense. I think Breece Hall is
Sure. And my sneak pick.
God, you know what? You're making me not want to pick Breece Hall. Hold on. I'm staying with Derrick Henry. You know what? Fuck it. I'm staying with Breece Hall.
Okay, I'm going sneak pick here. I'm going Kenneth Walker from the Seahawks.
Yeah, he had what a hell of a game he had.
Yeah, I mean, I just think against the Giants defense, if the Giants get behind,
that's not a bad. Yeah, that's a good pick.
That's another one that I could see kind of. And I don't know what type of load he carries, like if they split time now, but that's another one I could see.
Josh Jacobs, Packers against the Rams. That Rams defense can be pretty porous. So,
yeah,
I mean, DeAndre Swift was carving out. Like DeAndre Swift averaged 2 yards a carry. They played the Rams, and then all of a sudden he was breaking off 18-yard runs. So Josh Jacobs with the Packers probably actually now I would pull my Breece Hall pick and go with Josh Jacobs. So
got it. All right, now here comes the big one.
Do it. All right, one tackle. Anybody. I mean, just pick a safety, pick a linebacker, pick a D. I mean,
pick somebody who's not starter.
Hurt. I mean, not hurt and starting on D.
Yep.
It would be harder to pick a guy with no tackles. That's hurt.
You know what? So then go ahead and pick your two guys that are going to make tackles.
All right. I will pick let me think who's got I'm going to go like top shelf legendary moments. That way it applies all the way down. These are guys that are going to have moments at all three tiers. So I'm going to go Cardinals, Budda Baker, and I'm going to go Bears, Jaquan Brisker. Both those guys. One tackle locks.
Yeah.
Aiden Hutchinson from the Lions.
Okay. I'm trying to think of some other guys that have all three.
Hutchinson, Josh Allen from the Jags. All three. All legendaries are tough because there's not a ton of legendary. Jalen Ramsey.
What about a Bosa for like the 49ers?
Yeah, Bosa's got all three. Both Nick for sure. Joey, I don't know if Joey has a legendary or not. I think he does, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he does. So Joey Bosa's hurt, so don't pick him. Nick Bosa's the play.
I'm gonna go TJ Watt. If TJ Watt doesn't have a tackle, then he'll probably have like 6 sacks and no tackles.
Aiden Hutchinson's a good pick.
Yeah.
Josh Allen Hines is a good pick.
I'm going Josh Allen Hines, and I'm going
TJ Watt.
Yeah. I mean, they are D linemen. I should probably be taking linebackers and safeties, but for one tackle.
Again, it's one tackle. So
and again, I'm choosing legendaries in a sense.
Yeah,
so.
the further you go back into defense, the more likely you are to hit.
Hines, he doesn't have a legendary.
Yeah, he does. Doesn't he have didn't he get a dynamic last year?
Ooh. Oh, maybe he does. Yeah, I think he does. Yeah, I forgot about the dynamics. Yep, he does.
So, yeah, I know a lot of people would like to forget about the dynamics, so I understand.
I'm one of them. I heard there's only 13 left.
All right. Well, anything else you wanted to go over today, or are you feeling good?
Yeah, I think I'm feeling pretty good here. I mean, again, I'll just go over the trade-in thing again. It's just keep it up. 18. We can do more than 18. Make it 45. Again, just when I see the trade-ins, I smile. I get excited. I'm like, that's my happy place when I see that they're doing something right.
Totally agree. Just get the tiebreakers right, and I'll be happy too.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they'll get it. They won't fuck it up again. So I believe in you. I believe in you.
Yeah. All right.
So, all right.
We'll wrap it up there, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
See ya.